Buddies. I am back in a New York groove. Concert Buddy. I want to recap in this video my recent trip to New York for the WFMU Fair. Also came with some trips to local record shops to help release them, to relieve them of certain vinyl records in their possession and me to help them out, take them off their hands.
It's chicken. It's fried chicken. It's fried chicken. I like fried chicken.
It's another episode of Record Store Road Trip. After the break, I'm going to show some pretty cool records, I think, and some quick stories about these records in the shops we went to in New York City proper. Let's cue that lever and let's get into it now. Oh, see, I faked you up. Now, buddies, you know, if I'm going anywhere out of town, one of the things I'm trying to do, besides finding great places to eat, is great places to find records. And not all travels are created equally. Some places I've been to have been steaming piles of dog shit. I'm not going to name any names. Arkansas.
Hell, I'm all upset. I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
I had high hopes, high expectations when I went to New York. Before I talk about that, I do want to give a shout out to Amanda. Amanda works in concert with womeninvinyl.com. I think her Instagram handle continues to be maybe wearesmelly.com. Years ago, when I started finding record collectors online, be it YouTube, Instagram, what have you, her account was actually one of the ones I first kind of found on my personal Instagram account. And I want to say it 5+ years ago. And what's funny is I'm at the WFMU Fairs kind of walking around and I see this familiar face, but it's like, where do I know you from? I kind of look at her and she handed me one of these. And I think that this was a great, valuable resource for out-of-towners like me to find record shops in the area. Obviously, I had a New Yorker with me in Arnaldo, but I thought this was a great idea. And then obviously I looked at the back and it's affiliated with Women in Vinyl, great podcast, great website. So this was fantastic, but I was like, gosh, I know you from somewhere. And I didn't want to be a big weirdo about it, you know, because it wasn't anything like that. It was just more of like, where do I know you from?
An international sensation.
And then I just instantly went Instagram. And she's like, yeah, I'm on Instagram. So sure enough, Amanda, who I'd been following for years on my private account, I realized, oh, I don't follow her on the Concert Buddy account. So fix that real quick. And then the next day, I saw her a lot. It was kind of like wild. The next day, had my Mazzy shirt on. She had moved tables. She was like all over the place. And then saw her again. I was like, oh yeah. And she commented on my Selector bag, which is a fine choice in record shop bags. You should check them out. Selector, Selektor, like Skeletor, but Selector. But anyway, so really enjoyed running into her a couple times, maybe 3 times total. Great personality and great somebody who's a real champion for record collecting and the things that I kind of hone in on vinyl community podcasts. It's the same kind of spirit as connecting other collectors in such an expanse arena, obviously making our little niche world a lot smaller. So anyway, before I get into any of those record stores, I want to give a shout out to her. I even took one of these stickers. I don't know if I was supposed to, but anyway, awesome resource. I'll have some links in the description if you want to go check out her Instagram stuff. But anyway, now, again, my primary focus was going to the WFMU Record Fair. I just did that recap video here. But Arnaldo, Fidelius_frequency, who I stayed with, was kind enough to guide me, to shepherd me to some local record shops, stores in the area, including a couple literally within walking distance. Like everybody in New York walks. I knew that going in. I brought the good walking shoes. And so we started there after day 2 of the WFMU record fair on Saturday. We left to go to, there's an Academy Records on 18th Street. So we started there. And that was the one record store that I did not cop anything, believe it or not. It was one that had some stuff, but just nothing really stuck out to me. I'm not saying I wouldn't recommend it, just didn't have anything that really made me want to reach into that wallet and touch somebody with the plastic. Bam. But we did walk to their 12th Avenue, 12th Street location, and I did find a record there. So let's get into it.
Shut your mouth, SA!
12th Street was more fruitful for me than the 8th Street location. I think they have one more location too. And they also have the Academy Warehouse on Discogs, which I was told it's all the same, but the stuff in the shop is not sold through that Discogs. That Discogs is run independent of their brick and mortar locations. But 12th Street had a couple records. I was super excited. And it's funny is Arnaldo and I walked in, and there was Dom, Seeking a Thread, right in front of us. My man, just can't quit digging. I like it. But first record that I found at the Academy on 12th is Shuggie Otis, Inspiration Information, on that classic orange epic label. If you don't know Shuggie Otis, you should know Shuggie Otis. Great, let's call it soul, funk, like just really good vibe music. Probably his more signature releases.
Shuggie Otis, Freedom Flight.
Got one of those in Columbus, Ohio, earlier in the year, back in March. So this is a nice combination. If Digital Gramophone John is watching this, he picked this up at the Noble record sale not too long ago that I got to meet those guys at. And I saw it in Dylan's flip video, and I just did not, it was so exciting. It was so like Walmart Black Friday. We're trampling over people, elbow dropping. I went and grabbed that hat. Again, I recapped that all in my video, but this is one record that just slipped my mind in the mad rush, the bull rush. And then when John showed it later, he's like, oh yeah, that's what I got. I was like, man, great score. Wasn't mad. Of course, I was happy. Somebody good got a good record. But then I was like, yo, I got to really step it up and find this. And Academy delivered. So I was real happy to add this to the collection. I've already cleaned it, played it, and it sounds good. Party record that has a little bit of love to it, but plays like a champ. And then the other record I got, you saw my WFMU video, it's all about getting that hip hop. I got some EPMD, Strictly Business. What's going on? It's good when all the hip hop labels have those New York addresses on it. So I saw this record a couple times throughout the fair, but I didn't see one in shrink, and this was a nice price from Academy. So I appreciated them allowing me the privilege to purchase and bring this back to the Midwest where it belongs for now.
Thanks.
All right, so after Academy on 12th, walking around some more, we walked over to a shop called A1. A1A, like Vanilla Ice? No, he's from Miami. But very interesting shop, crammed a ton of 12 inches. They did have a sign that says do not record, so I didn't record any footage inside, but Arnaldo was deep in the cut, looking at 45s, and he pulled this one for me. This is whole. This is a European 45. It's got doll parts, side A, side B, the void. So as you know, I like to collect 90s stuff, and this fit the bill. They had some other records too, but Saturday I won't say recorded out. It's been a lot of digging throughout the day, so I didn't have the same, let's call it vinyl stamina. Plus I was carrying records because we literally went from the fair to those Academy locations and then to this A1 place. So I wanted to do my due diligence and hook it up, and I thought that this was a nice piece to add to the collection.
Wow, look at all the choices.
So Saturday comes to a close, and then we've got one day left. I got to leave. I've got a late flight on Sunday. And so Arnaldo was kind enough to shepherd me over to another borough, and we went over to Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house. No sleep. Brooklyn in the house. and was able to go to some record stores there. The first one I went to is a place I believe called Psychic Records. And Psychic Records had something that couldn't believe what I was seeing. So this is 1996 Nirvana. I already picked up Bleach on this trip at the fair, the WFMU Fair. Now the 1996 From the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah. This is a live album. It's been on my want list for a hot minute. It's been reissued a couple different times. This copy, as you can kind of see, I mean, that jacket is pretty crisp. It's got a little bit of edge wear, but for the most part, like, it's crisp. And it's crisp to the point where Arnaldo even commented that he thought maybe it might be a reissue. He didn't comment that until we got in the car when driving away, and maybe worried a little bit because, you know, sometimes I use the same plates to repress these things. So I did my due diligence to a point when I was in the shop. The shop owner had a very good price on this record and even had a sticker. Gave me a store sticker. Bam, right there.
Wow.
So anyway, 1996, and I actually asked the guy to play it in the shop, so he did. He wiped it off and played it. Sounded good to me, very fair price. And then, like I said, once we got in the car, Arnaldo had made the comment, why is it so clean that, you know, I could have fooled me, could have been a reissue. So then I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh man, did I make like a rookie mistake and not look deep enough into this? And so in the car, while we're going to the next spot, I looked, and yeah, lo and behold, it was the first. My spidey senses did not fail me, so I was happy to add an OG to the collection.
I told you it's gonna crack.
So the next shop we tried going to was Billy's Record Salon. Billy, if you're watching this, I don't think you are, but Billy, I wanted to drop some greenbacks with you, my friend. I saw you at the fair. It was great to see you again. I saw you in Austin back in the spring. Great vibe, great energy guy. I'd heard what a great shop he has. He had some good stuff at the fair. There's a lot of jazz. It wasn't really for me. We stopped and closed like a motherfucker.
The show goes on.
But in fairness, my man had probably been busting it hard, setting up at the fair and selling and yada yada. So not mad at you, Billy. Not even a long stretch. Wish I could have seen you again, but you know, it is what it is. But we went down not too far from there to a record shop called Superior Elevation Records, and I found a couple things. The first thing I found, actually, I didn't find it. It was Arnaldo's partner found it for me. It was on the wall, and I completely missed it. And you know I like Pearl Jam. This is a Pearl Jam 1993 10 Club. This is the first 10 Club, I think, holiday single. It's a live version. They did the song called Angel. Actually, it wasn't live. The first Angel was recorded, but then the B-side is a song called Ramblings, which is a live recording. So something I've never seen before. And, you know, I was kind of on the fence. It's something I really want to like haul back. I listened to a little bit of the song. I wasn't even familiar with the song, so I put my phone up, listened to a little bit of it. And, you know, I'm on vacation-ish, and when am I going to see this again? So, boom, boom, bringing you home. And then you're probably going to laugh, and you're going to be like, Concert Buddy, what kind of record collector are you? Well, to be determined. But picked up this. This is obviously the classic hit from Prince and the Revolution, but really Prince, Purple Rain. The music behind the movie Purple Rain. This copy, and you're saying, well, Chance, you already got to have this Concert Buddy. Don't you already have this record? Yes, I do. But I don't have it. I'm talking about top copy. I said this earlier. I'm going to keep saying it. Looking for like the best copy I can find. And this one qualifies. It's got the wonderful hype sticker. It's still in the shrink. Has the poster. All the bells and whistles. So now I can finally, like Thanos, I can exhale. I can rest. Because I found the top copy of Purple Rain I'm probably never going to find. And you can say, oh, well, you can get one sealed. Yeah, you can. But I don't play sealed records. I don't think anybody does. And I'm not going to send them to be graded or anything. It's not my move. So happy to add this to the collection.
Boom.
Last shop we went to, traversing Brooklyn, as we were, some by foot, some by car. We went to Human Head. I almost showed the wrong sticker. This is Human Head. They had a presence at the fair. I didn't buy anything from them at the fair. And in fact, this location had a lot of those boxes. Superior is the same thing. They had some boxes there at the fair too. But I gotta say, a very impressive wall of Human Head and the wall records, and one stuck out above the rest. There were some great ones. They had Jimi Hendrix Already Experienced, the Tricolor label. some really nice hip hop stuff that I was pretty impressed by. And I even liked the layout of the store. They had all the used stuff kind of in a centralized area, and they had it new arrivals by day. I like that kind of approach. But the record that I pulled back is this Tim Maya record.
Holy shit.
Can you believe this? This is a Brazilian pressing, Brazilian artist, right? So Livre. I mean, come on, dude. Look at this label. Whew. So I got to blame Felipe of the Jazz Bones for turning me on to Tim Maya, because I knew of him, but I didn't really give him a second thought until Felipe kind of was like, yeah, I think you really like him. And when I was in Chicago, gosh, not too long ago, at Signal Records, I picked up my first Tim Maya record, and I enjoyed it a lot. So this one, straight from the motherland, straight from the artist. I could not grab this. And it's on that, like, that flimsy jacket, you know, so I have to have like this backer board in there, because this jacket it's almost like paper mache. it's so bad. But the jacket, for its age and everything's in really great shape. I don't know what that is. Man, I couldn't have been happier. This made that trip in Brooklyn worth it, bar none, because this has been on my want list for a minute, and the odds of me finding one in a non-record fair environment, because they didn't bring this one to the record fair, at least I didn't see it. It was on the wall. And matter of fact, I think when I was talking to the guy who checked me out, they had like a sticker with the date on it. And I said, oh, did you guys just put this up? He's like, yeah, we literally put it up hours ago. So, right place, right time. Time to strike. Yeah, like a cobra. Could not be more stoked to grab this guy and bring him home. His current home here in the MO.
All right, that's enough.
Buddies, that's it. Record store road trip, New York City. And again, this is only like City and Brooklyn. There's so much more. Gosh, this whole pamphlet again, shout out to Amanda. There's so many record stores in New York that literally you'd have to take a week to do these proper. I mean, I didn't go to all the academies. I didn't go to the vintage vinyl. I didn't go to, I mean, we did pretty good. Billy's is in here. See, Billy's is in here. Deep cuts, earwax, EGOC or something was one that the guys were talking about. I don't even know where that is in relation to where the city is. So yeah, man, this is, and I'm going to keep this because hopefully if I make it back out in the next, call it 2 years, maybe that can do me good and I can check out some record shops in New York City. All right, well, I am done with my New York City jibber jabber. Buddies, what'd you think about these pickups? Anything cool catch your eye, or am I a fool for buying some of these old records? Tell me in the comments below. I sincerely appreciate you spending your time watching these videos. I know as someone who is short of time myself often to sit down and make the conscious choice to spend time watching my content, super appreciative. It's never lost on me, so thank you for that. Thank you for liking, subscribing. The podcast, Vinyl Community Podcast, give me some reviews, please. Need them. Want them. Asking for them. But until we meet again, buddies, when you get the chance, listen to your records, go to your record fair, go to your locals. Hell, buy new records. When you get the chance, just spin it. See you again.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
Well, we out of time.